Hey there, boys and girls. It's Ralph Garman, and you're listening to Talking Codswallop. Good choice.
Hello, everybody. This is Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Man. You might know me from the Tell 'em Steve Dave podcast and the I Sell Comics podcast. Listen, I love podcasting. I love talking, but what I really love doing is talking Codswallop.
Hey, I'm Alicia Witt.
I'm Daniel Portman from Game of Thrones. I play Podrick Payne.
I'm Ellipses, and you're listening to the Talking... Okay, I'm Mark Bernard, and you're listening to the Talking Codswallop podcast.
Hey man, it's Kevin Smith, Silent Bob, whose voice you were never used to hearing in the 90s until I started opening it up, man. And that's because I'm a podcaster and you're listening to a podcast, Talking Codswallop, right here, man.
Welcome to this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
I am the nasally and chesty James, but I am here.
And we're doing a Skype recording again, so I've got no microphone, so I'm naked with regards to microphones. One day I'll get it right. But we're together again. Woohoo!
We are. I would sing just the two of us, but I'll just start coughing.
Yeah, you would say. Well, I was going to go together and it feels so good. So there you go. So, Snotty James, how have you been?
I'm going to probably cough at some point. Salty tadpoles, I'm afraid.
Or you could just mute your mic so that nobody else
I will try.
listen to it.
I'll try, but I feel they should have the experience with me. No. Not been great. I saw one of my friends, and after seeing him, I haven't seen him for months and months and months. After seeing him, I ended up with a stinking cold. Extremely bad chest, extremely bad head cold, but yeah, coughing like really badly, horrible chest, and very, very nasally and whatnot. And don't panic, it's not COVID if anybody says it, because if you have a really bad nose, you don't have COVID. Runny nose equals no COVID, but no, it's feeling like complete shit basically for pretty much a week and a half. I'm coming out of it now, but if I had even attempted to record last week, it would have been horrendous coughing, and my voice and everything was just shot to hell. So I am improving. But yeah, thank you for showing interest. Thank you for caring, Gemma. And how are you?
I always care. I always care. So.
I know you do, but it's nice that somebody does ask. But more importantly, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, thank you. A little birdie that was yourself told me that you listened to last week's episode. You heard me rambling on to myself. So thank you for listening to that episode.
It was very good. It was very enjoyable. That's not me trying to exit the co-host seat, but it was very nice hearing it.
Yeah, I've already got you to pay for another year, so at least I got you for another year.
That's true.
But I don't want for you to go anywhere, so yes, definitely not. But to be honest, this week's been up and down, as weeks go, but on average it's been pretty good, so it's not too bad at all, really.
So your week has basically been a Ronan Keating song.
What, a roller coaster?
Yeah, up and down, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Life is a roller coaster, baby, you're not it. Oh, so I could put my seat down a second. So if you hear a random noise, that's me, okay?
For any salty tadpoles who don't know Ronan Keating is, you lucky people, you.
Check out Boyzone. I used to love Boyzone.
Or not.
Well, I used to love Boyzone because they were of that age just before I got into heavy metal. So Boyzone turned me to heavy metal. So there you go. Even to the point that I love Boyzone so much that I tried... I think it's Shane from Boyzone. He shaved or plucked or whatever, like a line through his eyebrow, and I stupidly did that. I shaved my eyebrow. Yeah, that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done, because now I'm stuck with an uneven eyebrow.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
you can always shave them both off and start from scratch.
Well, yeah, I could, but I like my eyebrows.
They do serve a purpose, yes.
Yes, they keep the sweat out of your eyes.
That's true, and you can tell you're happy or sad by your eyebrows.
Yes, yeah, they put emotion on your face.
They do.
Yeah, but no. With regards to my week, it's been pretty average. Although I did almost have an incident the other day where it was yesterday. I went walking down the street and I had these sort of baggy trousers on, and as I was walking, I was like, with my hands full, by the way, I could feel my trousers slipping. And unfortunately, the underwear underneath wasn't, it wasn't silky. Like I'm not a kind of silky underwear kind of girl, but it was that kind of fabric. And I could feel my underwear being slipped down at the same time. So I'm trying to juggle a couple of things in my head. And then, and pull my trousers up at the same time. So that could have been an interesting incident, walking down the street and my trousers and my knickers fall down. But I'm pleased to say it didn't happen.
And did you say these were baggy trousers?
Yeah, not that song. Yeah.
No. I was going to say, it's madness. Total madness.
Yeah.
Oh. I may be ill, but the puns are still coming.
Yeah. But yeah, they weren't madness kind of baggy trousers, but they certainly were baggy trousers nonetheless. And I think they're going to become my new pajama bottom trousers. So
cool.
It doesn't matter if they slip off and on in there. But
I was going to say, if they fall off in the privacy of your own home, it's not too bad. But in public, it's when you get arrested. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's like, I had too much in my hands. I couldn't pull them up.
Yeah, stop lying. Get in the back of the van.
Yeah. I think by the look on my face and the redness of my face, I think they would realise that I was definitely innocent.
Well, innocent till proven guilty, so gotta run with that.
Yep, exactly. I'm always innocent. Look at this face. How can you tell? How can you think that my face is not innocent, eh?
Now bear in mind at this point, Salty Tadpoles, I have no video. I have to take her word for it.
Yeah, but you can see my picture.
That's true. It's not a face of someone who's villainous, or is it?
No, but as you know, it's the ones that look innocent are the ones that are devilish. Exactly. The
truth comes out.
Well, let's face it, when I think I was probably about 16, 17, because I had such a young baby face that bus drivers used to only give me a child bus ticket because they thought I was actually a child. Yeah. So I was like,
benefit. That's a benefit. I like that. That's cool. That's good.
Benefit of looking young. Yeah. So have you been up to anything over the last few weeks? I know you've not been well, but have you done anything interesting?
Well, coughing, sneezing. No. Well, generally, no. I've not had the ability to really do much. I've tried to sort of just stay in to try and recover and obviously stay as best I can safe as I can at work. But no, I've done my usual thing. I've done the usual evening viewing run. And just watch some. Oh, I watched that program called Des, all about Dennis Nilsson that David Tennant was in. That was really good, really good, really enjoyable. Enjoyable's the wrong word. It's not enjoyable because it's about a serial killer, but it was very well done. Very well done. It was on ITV.
Ah, okay. Because when I was at home, I started watching a weird program. It was on Sky. Let me have a look, see if I can. I've got another one to talk about as well. What was the guy's name who was in... Have you seen the film Holiday?
No.
The Holiday.
I'm afraid not. I know. Look at us. You're putting yourself through all this. The internet and IMDb. This is what it's like in the bad old days, kids. You have to try and go off your own memory. Before we had IMDb and the internet, it's like, what did I see that person in? And you're really thinking really, really hard.
And of course, it's not coming up straight away. So it's still giving me the runaround. Oh, God, come on. It was a really good program. Right. We've got Jude Law.
Yep, I know who that is.
Yep. So it features Jude Law, and it's called The Third Day, and it's on Sky TV. I can't remember which channel. Sorry, I don't know if it says. It doesn't say. So it's on Sky TV anyway. And the reason why me and my mum happened to see it was because it was on Gogglebox. Have you ever seen Gogglebox, James?
Possibly. I might have occasionally watched it, but it doesn't really do anything for me.
Oh, okay. I think it's like one of those things that, it's either you like reality TV or you don't. And for the best part, I don't really like reality TV.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but these guys seem really funny because they're just sitting around sort of watching their telly and talking about what they're watching. So it's, it kind of has the appeal on that side of things for me. So not too bad in that sense. But anyway, so we happen to find out about this program, and what happens is that like Jude Law's driving around and he sees this incident that happens that's a bit fucked up. Basically, no, actually, I think it'll be all right because again, it was on Gogglebox, and also it was. I'm just trying not to spoil it, basically. So,
I was going to say, who else is confused at this point?
Everybody, including me. Yeah. But basically, what happens is that this girl has got a rope around her neck, and she's being hung by this random boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
And so Jude Law happens to be in the woods at the time and witnesses this that's happening. So he runs over and he sort of pulls her up, pushes her up, should I say, and saves her life. And then he says, I'll give you a lift back to where you live. Where it turns out where they live, the only access is to a causeway, which for the most time is underwater. So there's only certain parts of the day where the tide's low enough that you can actually drive on the actual causeway to get to the island. Yeah. So, and then when he gets to the island, sort of like, it's all a bit weird and a bit wacky, a bit kind of like almost like a cult kind of religious type thing. So
this is ringing a little bell. I think I saw a little review where they said something like it's a bit like the Wicker Man.
Yes, yeah, it did remind me of the Wicker Man. Yeah, there was a lot of things, but obviously it's like this is British, so like the island was founded by people that were going over there to get sober, but then there's a pub there, so it's kind of like, why is there a pub? And they all seem to really drink as well, so I guess they're not sober. But I've only watched episode 1 so far because it's like it is as a normal series on Sky at the moment. So, like you have to wait a week until the next one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far it's kind of kept me quite interested and quite gripped. So excellent. I like the look of it. Have you got Sky or have you got...
No, I don't. I don't have Sky. I go through the Amazon service. But I'll tell you what I have watched that's really good on there. The Boys, about superheroes. It's on series 2 right now.
Yeah.
And it's sick, it's twisted, it's gory, it's really, really messed up. So, I dig it. And I remember I was unsurprisingly, Joanne is aware of it as well. And she understands it far better than me. And I was just asking her stuff about it. So, yeah, interesting, very weird, very violent, but well worth watching.
Yeah, it's definitely on my list of things to watch. So I'm definitely going to be watching it very soon. I haven't watched the first series yet either. So... Yes, I need
go for it. I think you'll love it. I think you'll really like it, but it's very weird.
Yeah. Well, I've seen part of the first episode of series 1. So I kind of get the gist of, it's very dodgy, especially as one superhero runs through a civilian.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes. It's got Simon Pegg in it as well, isn't it?
It has. Well, as I understand it, when I did a little bit of research into it, the main character, was originally sort of based on Simon Pegg's appearance. but obviously he's too old to play the part now. So he has a part in it in the first series. So
yeah, I definitely. Well, like I said, I can't really make too many comments on it, but
yeah.
But yeah, because obviously I'm a little bit behind. But the other thing that I've been watching, I started watching it last night, and I'm already on halfway through episode 5. So there's only 8 episodes so far, which is Ratchet on.
I've heard about it.
Amazing, James. Serious, it's amazing. It's like obviously based on Nurse Ratchet from.
Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah.
Yeah, I could remember Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but I couldn't remember the first part, the one. Yeah, it caught my
It's not 2, it's not 3, but it's something.
Okay. So I'm just looking up. Hold on a moment. The cast, because
it's Sarah Paulson, isn't it? And she's brilliant.
Yeah, she's my favourite actress. So basically, it's Sarah Paulson, who, since the first time that I ever saw her in American Horror Story, now I see her in anything, I know it's going to be really good. And this program is kind of similar in a way to American Horror Story. And it's kind of got that methodical and like almost slightly sinister music underneath, if you know what I mean, but not loud. Not too loud, so you can obviously hear what's being said and stuff like that. It also stars Sharon Stone.
Okay.
Yeah. Finn Wittrock, who has also been in American Horror Story. Cynthia Nixon, who's... Yeah.
Sex and the City lady,
That's the one, yeah. And John Brions, possibly.
Sorry, John. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
But you don't know who I am, so it makes no odds.
Did you know what, though? I think when you see him, and you actually watch it, when you see him, I think you will recognise him, because I'm going to sneeze, so bear with me.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Oh, James, you've given me your cold. How dare you?
Yeah. I know, it's shocking. If we hear a loud thud, Salty Tap Bowls, something's gone horribly wrong. That's on either side of this recording.
And let's hope it's not me, because otherwise, how will we know that it's gone up? I've just had a look on his IMDb, and actually I can't see anything that he's been in. But for some reason, his face was really recognisable to me. So, maybe, unless he's got a face that's kind of similar to somebody else that I'm thinking of, maybe. But, I highly recommend this. I'm not going to go into detail about it.
I'll have a look for it.
Yeah, I really would. Yeah, obviously, it's a basis of, one Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and it's all about the sort of crazy treatments that they put them through, when they were experimenting on trying to work out like mental illness and things like that. And they even show the bath that they used to sort of boil them in to make them less gay.
Wow.
Well,
when's this set? When's it supposed to be?
I can't remember exactly, but I think it's around about the 60s.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's around about that time, 60s, maybe 70s.
Right.
Yeah, because they've just started doing the, when they used to drill into the temple lobe?
Well, that's pretty early on. That's, I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you mean. Or when they do like the ice pick treat thing where they knock into you. No, I know what you mean, I'll look into it. It certainly sounds interesting.
Well, maybe it is set a lot earlier than what I'm thinking, but still, I absolutely highly recommend. But like I said, as soon as I saw that Sarah Paulson was in it, I was like, watching it 100%. Chris was falling asleep on the sofa, so I was like, right, I'm putting it on.
That's good. I've yet seen something I don't like her in. I first got to know her from The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and she was very good in that. So.
Oh, okay. I've not seen that, so maybe I'll check that out. Is that a documentary then?
No, it's The People vs. O.J. Simpson was a dramatisation of the O.J. Simpson case, and it was starring, can't God, what the hell's he called now? Nope, name escapes me, but I can't remember the guy who played O.J. Simpson was, which is terrible. But it's very worth watching.
Okay, well, Salty Tadpoles, you can go and investigate that because we don't need to sit here on our iPhones all night. Well, in my case, it's an iPhone. Come on, people. Do the work for us and tell us.
Yeah. Do some legwork for us and keep us aware of what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, well, that does sound interesting, though. I might check it out. Is it like a series or is it just like a one-parter?
Yeah, it was a series. There was quite a few episodes. But, yeah, have a look for it. It's the guy's name escapes me, but if you've ever seen Jerry Maguire, he's the guy who Tom Cruise is the agent for. That's about all I can remember.
Okay, well, I don't actually know what that guy's name is anyway.
Cuba Gooding Jr., I think, is the guy I'm thinking of, so yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I do. Now that you said that name, I'm like, that's what he looks like.
Yeah. That's the dude.
Yeah. So, James, have you got any codswallop this week, or are we going to go codswallop free? Because I don't think I've really got any.
I reckon we should. Let's scare. I tell you what. Let's be scary, Salty Tadpoles. We'll go codswallop free, but get in contact with us if you've got any real burning codswallop that's got you going.
Yes, I think that's a good idea, definitely. Because, I'm sure that throughout the episode I'm going to think of something, but I've already shared a story where my trousers nearly fell down. So, what can I do?
That's true. That is quite codswallop-tastic.
Yes. Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you've got nothing else to sort of discuss with regards to like your week or anything like that, I found quite a lot of stories this week.
Excellent.
So we could just have an episode full of pretty much stories of the week. So
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Are you feeling up to reading any, or did you want me to just read them all? I don't mind either way.
I could read some, but you can send me stuff over.
Yeah, no problem. It will be firing its way across now. Gives me a break from talking, but also gives you a bit of a break from talking as well. So, okay, well, I found 4, so I'll give you 2.
Right. I have found one that I just want to, if it's all right, I want to read out that I found quite amusing. I'm not going to go into extreme detail, but the little bits that I saw just cracked me up. So, you're in your house. Imagine this. So, you're in your house. Mm-hmm. You're just having a normal sort of day. You're not trying to do too much that's going to sort of change from your normal thing. You might be trying to work from home, and what happens is a seagull flies into the house and starts hopping up the stairs. What I can't get my head around is that enough is a problem, but they decided, as everybody has to do, to flick out to film this probably on the phone, and they've got this person going, there's a seagull trying to go up the stairs, people screaming, and this man saying, I'm trying to run a business here, right? So he's talking to the seagull, he's saying, I'm trying to run a business here, we're not going to hurt you, we're just trying to get you out of the house. Hello? The seagull can't understand you. It's like, we're not going to hurt you, but you need to get out. It can't understand you.
It can't understand you. It definitely can't. It's quite funny because when you started talking about a seagull, I've actually got a seagull story as well this week, but it is a different one. So that was quite good that you were talking about a different one to me. I've sent you a couple of stories via Messenger, so hopefully you can access them. Can you?
I can see. Yeah, I can see 2 of them.
Yep, there's 2.
See what we can see on this one. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go for my, as you've just had your seagull story, I'm gonna have my seagull story next, if that's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, headline reads, and of course it's from the Metro as well. Give the Metro their due. Tropical bird turns out to be a seagull. Somebody died electric blue. And to be fair, it's a pretty awesome looking seagull. A tropical bird with vibrant blue and black feathers fooled people into thinking they had discovered something truly extraordinary. The bird was found wandering a car park in Carlisle by shocked onlookers who alerted the RSPCA.
Mm-hmm.
You think that they would alert the RSPB, wouldn't you? But there you go.
You would think so. But, at least he's sort of in the right ballpark.
Yeah, exactly. But, I suppose at least one of them knew.
Yes.
But welfare officers confirmed the bird was not tropical, but was just a regular seagull that somebody had dyed electric blue. After trying to clean the blue dye from its feathers, mystery still surrounds what happened to the seagull. RSPCA officer Graham Carter said he has never seen anything like it in 20 years on the job. So it's a surprise to someone.
It is, that's true.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shocker.
Maybe he's just trying out a new look, Mr. Seagull. He said, "We have similar situations before where girls have got themselves into trouble after falling into containers of beer, curry, or oil. We have also seen situations where some birds have been dyed pink before, but we just don't know what happened in the case for this poor bird." Well, surely if one's been dyed pink before, surely it's not really that different. I know it's a different colour.
The realms of possibility, yeah.
No. I wonder if some kind of powder blue has fallen on him and left him in this state. He would really like to hear from anyone who knows what happened. If it's a case of this bird falling into a liquid or substance, we would really like to know so that we can find the source and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Or if it was done on purpose, we would really like to know so that we can look into this further. At this stage, we simply don't know if it was just an accident or malicious. I think that's the RSPCA been very good, although a little bit too good in my opinion. Maybe he just wanted to be a bluebird.
Yeah, it could just be going through its blue period.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's an artist. He's a bird.
Don't stifle the bird's creativity, man.
Yeah, exactly. So Stephen Wakelin from Wolford Wildlife and Dog Rescue. That seems a bit of a weird combination to me. Wildlife and dog rescue. Does it to you?
It does seem a bit strange. I mean, unless they just want to make sure they tick all the boxes.
Yeah, I think so. You're like, they're obviously like, fuck cats, I love cats, but we are doing our best for this poor girl and are hoping he makes a full recovery. We still don't know what the substance is, but we are concerned that it is affecting him as he is a little dazed and still unable to fly at the moment. We think he is around 2 years old. It will take some time for him to go back to normal colour as he will have to molt and regrow new feathers fast. We are doing everything we can for him and making sure he is safe and well looked after. So if you've got any news, contact webnews@metro.co.uk if you can help him.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it is really weird, I have to say. Yeah. So even the comments, there's only one, and I can't be bothered to read it because it's quite long. But yeah, so basically that is the mystery of the blue-black gull. Or is it like that dress that was black and gold, but everyone thought it was like green and silver or something? Yeah.
Didn't think of that one.
No.
It's all just been optical illusion.
It could be. Or maybe it was just a stupid seagull that just wanted to be blue.
I'd work on the fact that it's just a stupid seagull, but we will never know.
We will never know. Indeed. Apparently that's my word for this week.
Indeed. Indeed it is. Indeed is indeed your word.
Yes, it is. Indeed. Or maybe he wanted to join the Blue Man.
The Blue Man Group.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. The Blue Man Group. They wanted to be the Blue Seagull Group.
Yeah, he wanted to become the Bluebird of Unhappiness, followed by the Chicken of Depression.
Oh, dear. Did you want to go next?
Oh, definitely. Now, this one I particularly like, but I feel I'm the wrong person to read it. But I'm going to go ahead with it anyway, because at the end I'll explain who should be the person we would choose to read this. So,
Probably me.
a GP surgery has confused patients after a bizarre mix-up with their phone number. Wait, hang on. A GP surgery has confused patients after a bizarre mix-up with their phone number. Mate, that doesn't make sense the way that's been written at all.
Okay. Again,
it's badly written. It's really badly written, this. So basically, there's been, cut out the crap they put, we'll read it this way. There's been an issue with the phone number that should be their call. It displays it as being from a different place, an adult entertainment venue even. So the Aspen Medical Centre in Gloucester told Twitter followers on Tuesday that if they received any unexpected calls from Liaison Sauna Club in Rochdale, it is likely to be from them, playing a persistent error with the UK telephone system. As the strange mishap occurred during the week's heat wave, the clinic treated the mishap with good humour. They wrote, "It's hot. In fact, it's hotter than a sauna club in Rochdale." Incidentally, if you get a telephone call from Liaison Sauna Club, please answer, because it's Aspen Medical Practice trying to call you. It's a long story. Trust us in not even written right. Trust us on this one. We are not a sauna club. And they even put on their Twitter page in capitals, "Please be aware, due to a persistent error with the UK telephone system, calls from us may appear to come from the Liaison Sauna Club. If you live in Gloucester and that caller ID appears, it's probably one of our clinicians calling you, and not someone at a sauna in Rochdale." Now, okay, so as of yet, the Sauna Club, which describes itself on Facebook as hot and sexy adult entertainment venue, has not addressed the mix-up. Its last social media post was in 2017, when advertised a Valentine's Day event with lashings of lust and boasted of sensual playrooms fitted with huge beds for group fun. Many have responded to the medical practice's tweet by poking fun at the prospect of receiving calls from the massage parlour. One said, "I'm waiting a call from the sauna. Will it show up as Aspen Medical Practice?" Another joked, "This could get some husbands/wives in trouble when they look at the caller ID." According to the doctor's office, the mishap started happening 2 years ago when they switched to a new system. The surgery also tweeted, "Other than causing periodic embarrassment and a few laughs at our expense, it might explain why it feels that a lot of our calls go unanswered by patients who've asked us to call them. This does cost us time, which is not welcome at a time of considerable demand pressure." Okay, well, yeah, I mean, strange, definitely a weird one, kind of filthy. Feel that really Joanne should be reading this sort of filthy, foul stuff.
I was thinking that you were thinking of Joanne afterwards.
Yeah. Well, as soon as it's filth, it becomes her domain.
Well, my viewpoint on this is, why is it taken, if they've known for 2 years that this is an issue, why is it taking this long for them to solve it?
That's what I thought. What?
It's like, seriously. It's like, well, I used to work at, the company that I worked for before my current job.
Massage centre.
It's a massage centre. No, it was, so basically, once in a while, so it'd be, quite often in some ways, we would get telephone calls from people wanting to sponsor a leopard.
Okay.
So basically, so basically what would happen is that people were trying to call up whatever the advert was. So, say it was for, if you donate such and such, we would like to, help you, you'd like to help sponsor this snow leopard or whatever. So majority of the time it was older generation who would dial the number, but they would dial 01305 in front. So when they dialed the 01305, it would then be the first couple of numbers would then connect. So it would come through to our company, which we were nothing to do with sponsoring snow leopards. We were to do with manufacturing components. And so quite often we would get these telephone calls and I'd be like, "Oh, no, you need to do such and such before, but you have to sort of politely tell them, because they're really sweet. And I'm like, well, I'd love for you to sponsor a snow leopard, but you're not going to be able to do it here. I can sell you this, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we can do for you.
Yeah. Would you like, well, this is the current job, but would you like an extractor fan unit? We could do that bespoke for you if you'd like. But unfortunately, snow leopards are not here. But yeah, so, I mean, that was obviously, that with regards to that one, that's a genuine one, like people misstyling and stuff. But with regards to, having the same or wrong number or whatever, I don't understand why people, especially companies, would not try to sort that out.
Yeah, it does seem a bit strange, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It's just completely unnecessary. Why people? Why leave things to the last minute?
Exactly. Why? Why?
Delilah. Actually, talking about medical things, because that was another thing that I was supposed to bring up. It was a good job that I cancelled a live appearance on Saturday, because obviously you weren't very well, but I ended up having to go to A&E again that evening. Yeah,
I remember you telling me.
Yeah, with my dizziness and stuff again. So, touch wood. That's me touching wood, obviously. That it seems to be going. So it's
good.
Yeah, I'm really pleased that it seems to be going, but yeah, it's not been fun at all. It's been horrendous, in fact. So, ironically though, the only times that I wasn't feeling as dizzy was when I was driving. But then my brother had a theory that that's probably because I was concentrating more.
Yeah, it could be that. Maybe because something's moving at you, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, or because I had the window open. Because I think what's happened is that when I'm sleeping at night, because it's so warm up in the bedroom, we've had the fan on, and the fan has been not on purpose, but it's kind of been directed towards my ear, and I think that's what's actually happened. So when I'm driving and I've probably got the window open, maybe because it's got the wind going, I feel fine. Yeah.
Possible. It's possible.
I don't know.
Stranger things have happened.
Definitely stranger things have happened, but I've had to do these exercises where you sort of turn your head to your shoulder, so your chin to your shoulder sort of thing, and then you lay down on the bed, but your head is kind of hanging off of the bed, if that makes sense. Have you ever had vertigo before?
I've had, only recently, I've had periods where I've gone very sort of dizzy and lightheaded with the cold, and I have had probably vertigo-style symptoms, but to my knowledge, touch wood, I've never had full vertigo.
No. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you haven't, because I wouldn't wish this on my enemy, so let alone a friend. I mean, obviously I wouldn't wish it on a friend full stop, but
no.
Yeah. So with regards to this, you've got your head hanging off the side of the bed, and you have to wait until your eyes readjust, because you kind of get a throbbing sensation, everything's moving, and you have to count. Then once it's settled, you have to count for 30 seconds, which is the longest 30 seconds in your life, because you desperately want to move. And then you have to sort of repeat it and do it on the other side. And there's a few other extra moves that you have to do as well.
Right.
So I've been doing them. So it's really been helping. It's kind of like realigning sort of I think they called them like crystals in my ear.
Yeah.
So it's not earwax, because I've been informed my ears are lovely and clean. Just rather red. But yeah. So that's my doctor. That's my doctor incident in between talking about a doctor's surgery story.
Well, I'm glad you are on the mend, which is the main thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And interestingly, speaking medical things, I think this brings us nicely on to our next story. So, a Starbucks customer who claims his genitals were severely burnt by hot tea is suing the coffee chain for negligence.
Oh dear. See, I was hoping you were going to, well, I sent this story to you, but I just picked it at random. But I was hoping that when I picked it initially, that you were going to be reading this story, because I know how much of a coffee lover you are. I know in this case it's tea, but yes. So I wanted you to read the story to make sure that you look after your genitals while drinking.
Yes. Okay. Well, I will learn from this man's mistake. Tommy Puluyev, 24, said a large cup of honey citrus tea was spilt over his lap as it was being passed through the car window at Starbucks drive-thru in Roseville, California.
Oh, that sounds gross.
The cup had a lid, but the lawsuit alleges it was defective and popped off, the Sacramento Bee reported.
Oh, no.
Mr. Puluyev, who was 22 at the time, he was burnt in 2018, drove to a nearby car park where he took off his tea-soaked trousers. Lawyers argue the tea was served at a temperature of nearly 100 degrees C. The father of one claimed it is awkward and painful to have sex after being left with sensitive and permanent skin discoloration and disfigurement of his genitals and inner thighs. Photos taken in hospital show the man's hand covered in burns. They do look pretty bad, I have to be honest. His lawyer claims he spent 11 days in a burns unit and had to learn how to walk again. The cup manufacturer, Pactive Packaging, is being sued alongside Starbucks for negligence and product liability. The lawsuit states, as the window associate reached to the SUV's window sill to deliver the second-sleeved and lidded cup to Mr. Puluyev, the lid lost its seal with the cup lip and dislodged from the top of the cup. Hot tea spilled on Mr. Puluyev's left hand during the transfer, and the cup overturned on the windowsill, and hot tea poured onto Mr. Puluyev's hands, stomach, and pelvic area.
Oh, the poor man. Oh.
Covered in scalding tea and unable to open his door to escape because he was near the drive-through window, Mr. Puluyev quickly put the SUV into gear and accelerated from the window. He pulled into an adjacent parking lot, hastily exited the vehicle, and stripped off his sweatpants. It is not the first time fast food chains have been sued over a stray coffee cup. In a famous case, Stella Liebig successfully sued McDonald's in 1994 after she spilled hot coffee on her lap. She was awarded $640,000 after a jury found the hot coffee warning label was not sufficient. I've heard of the coffee McDonald's incident, and it was also parodied in the show Seinfeld, where Kramer burnt himself with a cafe latte. All I would say for this poor chap is it seems to have taken a long time for it to get to court. 2 years again, as in the first story we heard. But also, when it comes to coffee, are we sure he wasn't trying to have sex with the coffee or the tea? Because you're not supposed to stick your dick in it.
I was like thinking, how did you get sex with that entire story? But okay, I get it now.
Yeah. Don't want to stick your dick in a cup of hot liquid. Not going to end prettily or well.
Yeah, he didn't need to stir it with that. He could have stirred it with a stick. Yeah. Unless he misunderstood. Unless he misunderstood.
I think he misunderstood because when he said to him, "We've got a wooden stick you can stir with," he said, "It's all right, mate. I've got wood."
You've just stolen my line. That's exactly what I was going to say. If you just stole it, you knew I was speaking and you were interrupting me so you could get the line out first. That's not fair.
Oh.
So you're not going to laugh from me because it was a good joke.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, unless he misunderstood stick and her dick. Yeah. But no, God, that does sound really, really painful.
The pain, though, being serious, because I can imagine it, because you will get incredibly hot drinks sometimes. Oh, God, yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
And his hands look a hell of a... So if you think about it, his hands are going to be able to take the battering of anything because, they get more, use and more airing than your thighs and genitals will when it comes to the horrible windswept, life outside. your skin's going to be very, if that's what it did to his hands, I can't even begin to think what it must have done to his private area, because, oh my God, because it stripped the skin off his hands by the looks of it. So, yeah, painful.
I wonder if the Starbucks employee actually ran out after him or just carried on with their job.
Probably carried on with the job. But yeah, he was in a hurry.
Okay, have a nice day now. Yeah, Mr. Mann was driving off in a hurry to park his car to take his trousers off as he heard echoing in the background, "Have a nice day now."
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well, okay, well in that case then I've got one more story.
Okay, rock on.
Yeah? Okay, so headline reads, Goat hops into a police car, eats paperwork and knocks over officer. A troublemaker climbed into a police car, started to chew up the paperwork left there, and headbutted the officer when she tried to intervene. Obviously, when she tried to intervene, it was the officer, it's the she, yeah. They weren't even arrested, despite the whole incident being caught on body cam footage. And that was because it was a goat, and therefore not subject to criminal laws.
You would hope not.
No, exactly. Video footage shows how the officer was surprised to see the uninvited guest in the patrol car snacking on some paperwork that she left there. As she tries to shoo it away and wrestles the paper from its mouth, it headbutts her and knocks her over. The rampage was posted on a local police force's Facebook page. Georgia's Douglas County Sheriff's Office wrote on Saturday, To explain what you are about to see, the deputy went to a residence to serve some civil papers. The deputy explained that due to the number of houses she visits daily, she routinely leaves her vehicle door open because she has had to retreat on a number of occasions from vicious dogs. Never once did she expect or even consider what was about to happen this day. Even though she was knocked to the ground, she was not physically harmed in the incident. So that's good. At the end of the day, we all get a little laugh out of it, and we hope all is well. Responding to a clip, several people joked that the officer would have had to go back to the station with an excuse similar to, the dog ate my head. My dog ate my head work. The dog ate my homework.
Yes.
Yes. Luckily for her, she wasn't injured, and the video was proof that there really was a goat chewing up the paperwork. So thank God for that.
Seems a bit gruff to me.
Yeah, Billy Grumps.
Yeah. When she walked in the office and said, when she walked into the office, this precinct store said, "You'll never guess what happened. The goat was attacking stuff." Do you think everyone went, "That's a bad idea"?
Well, do goats bar?
Kind of.
Okay, because they more meh.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll let you have your joke. And hold on a minute. Sorry. I should let you have your jokes because you're not well.
Yeah. Well, let's not butt out, eh?
I wonder if the goat refused to give his name and answer any questions.
So
that's the end of the stories then this week.
It is. We've come to the end of our bizarre, strange, and frankly wacky stories that we have found in the media.
We have, and I think that James has done very, very well this episode. There's a couple of sniffles I've heard.
Yep.
He's not had to blow his nose on mic, so that's always good for me. Trust me,
I will once this ends.
Yeah. So on that note, I think it's time that we wrap up this episode. But, thank you very much, James, for joining me this week.
Hey, no problem.
It's been lovely
That's
chatting
okay.
with you again. And I haven't finished my sentence. We've not been on sync very well this week. So it's been a pleasure recording with you this week.
Yes, it has. And it's been a lovely talking. As ever for you, it has been a pleasure. It's been absolutely lovely working with you on this again. It's nice to hear your tones and know you're well, because you have been a bit unwell, so I'm glad you're better.
Yes, and I hope that you get better soon as well. So I think
Thank you.
On that note then, I think we've been talking enough Codswallop this week. I have been Gemma.
I have been James.
And we are out of here. James is off to blow his nose.
And clear his chest.
And clear his chest. Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.